Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, could this tiny coin actually change my life? What if I told you that a specific penny, one you might already own, could be worth up to $1 million? Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Well, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is creating waves in the collector's market, and how you can determine if you have one of these golden opportunities hiding in plain sight. Now, before we dive in, here's a quick question for you. When was the last time you actually looked at your pocket change? Let me guess. Probably not since vending machines stopped taking pennies, right? Here's the thing. Ignoring your pennies could be the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. Let's unlock the mystery behind this seemingly ordinary coin. And trust me, by the end of this video, you won't look at spare change the same way again. To understand the value of the 2009 Lincoln penny, we need to go back to its origins. In 2009, the U.S. Mint commemorated Abraham Lincoln's bicentennial birthday and the centennial of the Lincoln cent. They released 4 special reverse designs, each depicting a different stage of Lincoln's life. But here's the twist. Some of these coins were struck without a mint mark, making them incredibly rare. Why does a missing mint mark matter so much? Collectors value rarity above all else, and this error wasn't just a factory slip-up. It's a historic anomaly. Think of it like finding a typo in an ancient manuscript. It doesn't ruin the book, it makes it priceless. Now, here's where things get exciting. Coins like these have been auctioned for jaw-dropping amounts. Just last year, a 2009 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition sold for 6 figures. Imagine that, a single penny turning into enough cash to buy a luxury car or even put a down payment on your dream home. But wait, how can you tell if your 2009 penny is the one everyone's looking for? First, check the back of the coin for one of the 4 special designs. Then, inspect the front. If there's no mint mark under the year, congratulations. You might just be holding a small fortune. Quick question to keep you on your toes. If you found one of these coins today, what's the first thing you'd buy with your windfall? Let me know in the comments. Now, here comes the crucial part. Owning a 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is only half the battle. To get the maximum value, your coin needs to be graded by a professional numismatist. Why? Because collectors and auction houses pay top dollar for coins in excellent condition. Even a tiny scratch can mean the difference between a few $100 and a life-changing payout. And this is where urgency comes in. The market for rare coins like this is booming right now, but trends like these don't last forever. As more people discover the value of their pennies, the rarity decreases, and so does the price. So, if you've been sitting on a coin collection or haven't checked your spare change in years, now is the time to act. Imagine this. You dig through an old jar of coins, and there it is, the 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You take it to an expert, get it authenticated, and next thing you know, you're walking into an auction room where collectors are ready to outbid each other for your coin. That could be you. But only if you take action today. Before we wrap up, here's one last cliffhanger. There's another penny out there that's just as valuable, if not more, and most people don't even know it exists. Want to find out what it is? Make sure you're subscribed, because we'll uncover that secret in the next video. So, check your change, consult the experts, and remember, that penny in your pocket might just be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. Don't wait. Your future could be one coin away. Imagine holding a penny worth $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple coin sitting in your pocket or jar at home could be your golden ticket to financial freedom. But only if you know what to look for. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll learn exactly why the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be the most valuable treasure you've ever owned. Let's dive right into Act 1. The Intrig. You might be wondering, why is a penny from 2001 so special? It's just loose change, right? Well, here's the kicker. This coin isn't just any penny. The 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has stirred up a frenzy among collectors. Its scarcity and unique traits have catapulted its value into the stratosphere. And here's the wild part. These pennies have sold for thousands, even millions, at auctions. You don't believe me? Stick around, and I'll show you real examples that will blow your mind. Now, let's hit a quick pattern interrupt. Have you ever looked at a coin and thought, this is worth more than a candy bar? Probably not, right? But what if it's worth more than your car? Or even your house? Crazy to think about, but it's true. Let's move to Act 2 and uncover the details. Here's what makes the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so extraordinary. First, the no-mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally didn't add a mint mark for pennies. While this alone might not raise eyebrows, the real value lies in its condition and rarity. Pristine, uncirculated versions with no scratches or wear are what collectors dream of. And those dreams come with deep pockets. In 2019, a high-grade 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold at auction for $2.4 million. Yes, million with an M. Imagine that, one tiny coin changing someone's entire life. But here's where it gets exciting. You don't need a perfect coin to cash in. Even lightly circulated coins can fetch thousands if they're rare enough. Do you feel that spark of hope yet? Hold on to it, because we're about to show you how to check your coins. Before we continue, a quick question. When was the last time you actually looked at the coins in your pocket? Be honest. Most of us don't even think twice about them. But let this be a wake-up call. Your fortune could be sitting unnoticed, gathering dust in a drawer. Now, here's how to check if you have the golden ticket. First, examine the coin's date. Make sure it's from 2001. Next, check for the absence of a mint mark beneath the year. If it's blank, you're in the game. Finally, evaluate the condition. If it's shiny, flawless, and looks like it just rolled off the minting press, congratulations, you could be holding something truly valuable. But don't rush off just yet. In Act 3, we'll explore why acting fast is crucial. The market for rare coins is heating up. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums, but these trends don't last forever. Think of it like striking gold during a gold rush. You want to move before the opportunity dries up. Now, let me leave you with this. Imagine selling one penny and paying off your mortgage. Or taking that dream vacation you've always talked about. This isn't just about money. It's about freedom, about seizing a once-in-a-lifetime chance to change your future. Here's your action step. Go through your coins today. Don't put it off. That jar of pennies in the corner could hold your ticket to wealth. And when you find something promising, get it appraised by a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Before you go, remember, knowledge is power. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear this. Who knows, you might just change someone else's life too. And don't forget to check out our other videos on rare coins. Because this is just the beginning. 2002 Lincoln penny in your coin jar? It could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. One tiny penny, no mint mark, could unlock a fortune. But here's the shocking part. You probably didn't even know it existed until today. Stick with me, because what you're about to learn could change your financial future. We've all heard the phrase, a penny saved is a penny earned. But what if I told you that same penny could be worth way more than you ever imagined? Imagine you've just discovered that an ordinary 2002 Lincoln penny, yes, the same kind you find in your couch cushions, could be worth up to $1 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? But it isn't. In fact, it's one of the most sought-after coins in the collecting world right now. Why? Because this 2002 penny has no mint mark, making it a rare error coin. But how did this happen? And why is it so valuable? Let's dive in. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln penny with two variations, one with a mint mark, which is most common, and one without. The mint mark, normally found under the date on the coin, was supposed to indicate where the penny was made, either Philadelphia or Denver. But for a small batch of pennies, the mint mark was accidentally left off. That tiny flaw? It turned this penny into a rare treasure. Now, you might be wondering, how can something so small, so insignificant, be worth anything at all? I mean, it's just a penny, right? But here's the thing. Rarity and demand make all the difference in the world when it comes to coin collecting. And in the case of this penny, demand is through the roof. Let me ask you this. How often do you check your coin jar or those old pennies you toss aside without a second thought? A lot of people don't even realize that these pennies are sitting on a gold mine. But the question is, do you know what to look for? The 2002 no mint mark penny isn't something you'll easily spot. It's rare, and only a few made it out into circulation. In fact, there are fewer than 100 known to exist in top quality condition. So, if you're sitting on one of these, you might just have an absolute gem on your hands. Some of these rare pennies have sold for over $100,000. But here's the real kicker. A select few have sold for nearly $1 million. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I even tell if I have one of these pennies? Well, don't worry. The truth is, it's easy to miss this tiny but mighty detail. If your 2002 penny doesn't have the mint mark, it might be worth far more than just 1 cent. In fact, if it's in excellent condition, it could be worth thousands, perhaps even hundreds of thousands. But before you run off to dig through every coin you got, you need to know how to tell whether your coin is the real deal. It's all about the quality and the condition. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you how to identify the true value of your coin, and what steps you need to take to maximize your potential payout. So what now? How do you go from having a few random pennies to potentially making a fortune? The key is knowing exactly what you've got and how to market it to the right people. Let's face it, the world of rare coins can be intimidating if you don't know where to start. But I'm here to break it down for you. First, check the condition of your penny. Does it have noticeable scratches or wear? The more pristine your coin, the higher the value. Coins in mint condition can fetch the highest prices. Also, get it graded by a professional coin grading service. This is crucial because a certified, high-grade coin will sell for far more than an ungraded one. Now, let me give you a bit of insider knowledge. The market for rare pennies like this one is booming, and if you wait too long to sell, you might miss out on the peak of demand. I'm not saying this to scare you, but here's the truth. These opportunities don't last forever. The coin market is unpredictable, and prices can fluctuate. So, don't wait. If you've got a 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny, now is the time to act. Don't sit on it. Get it checked out, get it graded, and get it listed. A coin like this doesn't come around every day. The longer you hold onto it, the greater the chance someone else will scoop it up and make a fortune off of your find. But wait, before you run off to sell it, there's one last thing you absolutely need to know to get the best value for your coin. And I'm going to share that secret with you right after this quick break. If you thought you knew everything about rare coins, think again. Because in the next few moments, I'm going to reveal the single biggest mistake most people make when selling rare pennies, and how you can avoid it to maximize your profits. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. You might be holding a hidden treasure right now, and not even know it. What if I told you that a single coin, worth just 1 cent, could be worth millions? That's right. A 2003 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. And today, we're diving deep into how this seemingly ordinary penny can change your life forever. Stay tuned until the end. You won't believe what you could be sitting on. Most of us have a jar or a drawer filled with pennies. You know, those little copper discs that seem insignificant, especially when you're trying to make sense of all the random change cluttering up your life. But what if I told you that among those pennies could be a coin that's worth way more than just a penny? The 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable coins on the market today, and you might be holding it in your hand right now. So how do you know if you've got one? And more importantly, how do you sell it for top dollar? Let's break it down. You're sitting in your living room, sorting through your spare change. Maybe you've done it 100 times before, but today's different. You spot it. A 2003 Lincoln penny, but it's missing the mint mark. Could this be the one? Could this simple penny be worth thousands, or even millions? You see, the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't something that just pops up in your typical roll of pennies. Most pennies from that year have the D mint mark, indicating they were produced in Denver. But a small number, just a few thousand, were minted without any mark at all. And that tiny difference can make all the difference when it comes to value. So, what makes this penny so special? It all comes down to rarity and the market demand for these elusive coins. Remember, a rare penny doesn't just sit around being valuable. It gets sought after by collectors who are desperate to complete their collections. And that's where you come in. Now, let's get to the real meat of the story. Just how much is this penny worth? Well, here's the truth, in its most basic, ungraded form. A 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to over $1,000. But when this coin is graded by a professional numismatist, its value skyrockets. Some of these pennies have sold for as much as $2 million in auction. Yes, you heard that right. $2 million. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. A new house, a dream car, or finally living the kind of life you've always wanted. It's all possible with the right coin, and the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be the key to unlocking that future. But here's the catch. Finding one of these pennies is just the beginning. The real challenge is getting it to the right buyers. And if you're thinking of just throwing it up on eBay and hoping for the best, think again. You need to understand the grading process, the market, and how to sell your coin for maximum value. That's why, in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what you need to know to make sure you get top dollar for your penny. But before we get into that, let me ask you something. Do you feel lucky? Because if you've got the right coin, you could be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. Let's talk about how you can take action to sell your 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny for maximum value. First, you'll want to have your coin professionally graded. This is where you get an expert's opinion on its condition, and that grade can dramatically affect the price it fetches on the market. But here's the thing, timing is crucial. The coin market fluctuates, and the longer you wait to sell, the more risk you take. So don't hesitate. If you find this penny, it's time to act fast and get it appraised before the market shifts. Now, you might be wondering, what if you don't have one? Can you still make serious money from rare pennies? Absolutely. There are plenty of other pennies from different years, mint marks, or conditions that are highly valuable. But let me tell you something. This 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the biggest jackpot coins out there right now. So what's next? In just a few moments, I'm going to show you the exact steps to take when selling your rare coins. But I need you to stick around, because this is the part that could make or break your fortune. If you leave now, you might miss out on crucial tips that could make all the difference. And trust me, you don't want to leave money on the table. Stick with me. We're almost at the end of this journey, but before we wrap up, I've got one last piece of advice that could change everything. But here's the most important thing to remember. These rare pennies don't come around every day. If you've got one, you're holding a potential fortune. Whether it's worth hundreds or millions, the opportunity to sell it for a life-changing amount of money is in your hands. So take action now, before someone else does. Now, go ahead and check your change jar one more time. You never know. This could be the moment you uncover a hidden treasure that changes your life. Don't let the opportunity slip away. Keep searching. Keep learning. And remember, every penny counts, especially the rare ones. Are you sitting on a small fortune? That's right, I'm talking about a coin that could potentially be worth millions. Have you heard of the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? No. Well, you'll want to hear this. You might have one in your pocket, in your jar of change, or even tucked away in a drawer. But if you don't know what to look for, you might be throwing away a small treasure. In today's video, we'll dive into the mystery of the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and uncover why this tiny piece of copper could fetch more than you ever imagined. Stick with me, because this could change the way you think about your old coins forever. By the end, you'll know exactly how to check if you have one, and how much it could be worth right now in the current market. You've got a coin worth only 1 cent, but it could be worth 100,000 or even $1 million. That's not a dream. It's reality, and today, I'm going to show you how to make that dream a reality. Let's jump right into it. The 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a rare coin, and finding one isn't as easy as it sounds. Here's why. Every penny minted in the United States has a mint mark, a small letter indicating which U.S. mint facility produced it. However, in 2004, the U.S. Mint accidentally produced a batch of pennies that didn't have any mint mark. That's right. No mint mark, but still carrying a hefty price tag. You might be thinking, that sounds too good to be true. How do I know if mine is worth anything? Well, here's where the story gets interesting. In 2004, the Mint of Philadelphia, which usually stamps pennies without a mint mark, accidentally released these unmarked pennies into circulation. Over the years, collectors began to realize just how rare these unmarked pennies were. Fast forward to today, and those rare pennies have become highly sought after, often valued at hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on their condition. But wait, here's the kicker. One of these rare 2004 no-mint mark pennies has been known to sell for a staggering amount, over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny, worth less than a cent to most people, sold for over $1 million. How? Well, these pennies are rare, but there's more. Condition plays a huge factor, and there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Are you starting to see why these pennies are so important? If you've got one, you might have more than just pocket change. But how do you know if it's worth that life-changing amount? Here's where you need to pay close attention. There are certain markers to look for, specific details that separate the valuable 2004 no-mint mark penny from the rest. For example, if your penny has a sharp, clear image of Lincoln with minimal wear, it could be worth much more than a standard penny. But even more importantly, the absence of a mint mark could signal the coin's rarity and value. But that's not all. We're about to dive into how you can check your coins to see if you have a hidden treasure. Keep watching, because you'll want to know exactly what to look for to avoid making a costly mistake. So let's get practical. How do you check your pennies to see if you've stumbled upon a rare gem? First, grab your coins. No need to run to the bank. They could be in your change jar, or maybe even stuffed in your wallet. Now, the first thing you need to do is check the date. If it's 2004, you're halfway there. But it doesn't stop there. Remember, the key is that the penny has no mint mark. Look closely at the area right beneath Lincoln's shoulder. If you see a D or an S, you've got a regular 2004 penny, not the elusive no mint mark penny. But what if you don't see any mint mark? That's your signal. You're dealing with something special. But don't just stop at that. Inspect the quality of the penny. The clearer the image, the higher the value. Coins that have been well preserved, with minimal damage and no corrosion, will fetch a much higher price. Now, here's where the urgency comes in. The market for rare coins is volatile. Values can change quickly based on demand, condition, and even auction results. If you've got a 2004 no-mint mark penny in great condition, now is the time to act. You could be sitting on a small fortune, but if you don't sell at the right time, you might miss out. The longer you wait, the higher the risk of market fluctuations. So, what do you do next? If you think you found one, it's time to get it appraised. You can head to a coin expert or a reputable dealer who can verify the authenticity and give you an accurate market value. And here's where the fun begins. Once verified, you have a few options. You can sell it privately, put it up for auction, or even find the right buyers who are willing to pay top dollar for it. If you're serious about selling, don't just hand it over to the first dealer who offers you cash. Take your time, do your research, and find the right buyer who will offer you the value it deserves. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I've got a real one? That's a question for another day, but stay tuned, because I'll be revealing expert tips on identifying other rare coins you may have lying around in your collection that could be worth big money. But before you go, let me leave you with this. It's not just about the money. It's about knowing that you have the power to change your life, one penny at a time. Keep your eyes open, your coins close, and always remember, there's a fortune hidden in plain sight. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a penny, could be worth over $1 million? Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because this penny, a 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, is doing just that. It's a true treasure hiding in plain sight. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why this coin could change your life forever. If you're sitting there thinking, how could a penny be worth so much? Don't worry, you're not alone. Millions of people are completely unaware of the hidden goldmine right under their noses. But in just the next 10 minutes, you'll discover the secrets behind this incredibly rare coin, and how it might be hiding in your pocket right now. Now, let's set the scene. In 2005, something strange happened with the production of the Lincoln penny. The U.S. Mint usually stamps each penny with a mint mark, indicating where it was produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But for some reason, a limited number of 2005 pennies were struck with no mint mark at all. At first glance, these coins look like your everyday penny. Nothing special about them, right? But here's where things get wild. These coins are incredibly rare, and it's that rarity that makes them so valuable. You might be wondering, how rare are they really? Well, stick with me because this is where the story gets interesting. You see, when it comes to coin collecting, rarity is key. There are some who think they've got a valuable coin, but they're just looking at a regular penny. But a 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? That's a whole different ball game. These coins aren't just rare, they're extremely rare. In fact, fewer than 100 of these coins are estimated to have ever been struck with no mint mark. And that scarcity? It's driving the value to astronomical heights. So what's it worth? Well, I'm talking about potentially up to $1 million for a single coin. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. But, and here's where it gets tricky. Finding one of these pennies is like finding a needle in a haystack. The ones that have been authenticated and graded by experts are fetching insane amounts in the market. But wait, before you go digging through your coin jar, there's more. How do you know if yours is worth a fortune? Here's a quick question for you. Do you ever think, I've got the world's most valuable coin just sitting in my drawer, only to later find out it's worth like 2 cents? Yeah, I've been there too. But don't worry, this time, it's different. Keep watching, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to spot if your penny is one of these rare gems. So how do you know if you've got one of these $1 million pennies? It's all in the details. The first thing you need to do is take a good look at the reverse side of the coin. This is where you'll see the absence of the mint mark. Remember, if it's blank there, and it's from 2005, that's your first sign. Now, it's time for the next step. Get it authenticated. Don't just take a guess. Having your coin professionally graded is crucial to proving its authenticity and getting the best value. There are companies like PCGS and NGC that specialize in grading rare coins, and they can help you figure out if yours is worth the big bucks. But here's the kicker. While some of these pennies are getting sold for incredible sums, not all of them are worth millions. The condition of the coin matters a lot. If it's in perfect condition, unworn and shiny, it could fetch top dollar. But even if it's not perfect, you could still have a valuable coin, potentially worth hundreds of thousands. Now, here's the part you're going to want to stick around for. Because in the next few moments, I'm going to reveal the single biggest mistake that most people make when selling these rare coins. If you avoid it, you could make a fortune. But if you don't, you might end up losing out on tens of thousands of dollars. Inspirational tone. If you've got a 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, you might just be holding a future fortune. But here's the thing, you need to act quickly. The market for rare coins is constantly shifting, and a mistake in timing could cost you big.so. Here's my challenge to you. Take a look through your coin collection, check your change, and see if you got this rare penny. And don't wait. Get it professionally graded, get it listed, and watch the offers come rolling in. You could be just one penny away from a life-changing payday. But you've got to move fast. Time is of the essence in the world of rare coin collecting. Don't let your opportunities slip through your fingers.so. What's it going to be? Will you let your 2005 no mint mark Lincoln penny collect dust? Or will you turn it into a small fortune? The choice is yours. Remember, rare pennies don't come around every day. Make sure you're ready when opportunity knocks. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on rare coins and how you can sell them for big profits. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big.